Well, a very good evening, and this is the first of a series of videos I'm going to do called I Went to See, and tonight I'm going to go and see a band called HEADS and supporting them Toffees. I've seen the Heads a couple of times. I listen to their music through the usual channels, and they're a great band, great indie punk band, got some great songs. Check them out if you're trying to listen to some good hard music. And the Toffees I don't know a great deal about. I've had a little listen to them today on Apple Music, and sounds pretty good, so I'm looking forward to this. This series of videos is going to be mostly about the trip to go and see bands rather than the actual bands themselves, because generally speaking I like the bands, so I'm not really going to be doing any critiques on them. But anyway, all that said, let's get on our way. Tonight is very close to where I live. It's in Bedford in a venue called Esquires, so I'll talk about that later. So let's have a good night. Right, well, here we are in Bedford, just heading up towards the venue now, and Bedford's pretty good if you want to come out here of an evening time to places like Esquires. There's a decent train service, north and south. Just bear in mind, on a Saturday night though, trains tend to finish quite early, so don't get caught out. I think the last one off Bedford, certainly going south, around about 23:30, but rest of the week they more or less go throughout the night with not much of a break in between trains, so it's always a good way of getting here. Alternatively, the parking in Bedford's fairly good, particularly in the evening when all the workers and so on have gone home. There's always plenty of parking space. So let's get up to Esquires, see how it is in there tonight. I do love going to see bands of all shapes and sizes in venues of all shapes and sizes, and this is one I've been to a couple of times, and yeah, you get quite a range of bands in there. A lot of 80s stuff, quite a lot of tribute bands. But tonight they're a London-based band called Heads, and say give them a check out, have a listen. But if you like some good indie punk, these are the guys for you. Great albums they've got out, by the way. One of the big questions, of course, is going out to see live music these days doable? Well, it's just about doable again after a couple of horrendous years for the entertainment industry. We're back out now, at the moment at least anyway, after the COVID, or not after it, but now things are starting to normalise a little bit. Are these venues and are these events good value for money? Well, I think so, on the whole. Yes, if you go and see massive top artists on massive tours, tickets can be pretty eye-watering at times, and sometimes you think, well, wow. But tonight, 10 quid, a few drinks, maybe some chips on the way home, that's not a bad night out, and you see some live entertainment. And in my view anyway, some pretty good live entertainment. Got some more coming up in the very near future, so I'll be sharing those with you. But for me tonight, it's just been a drive from where I live, so a few quid in, well, more than a few quid these days, but a few pounds in fuel to get here, free parking in Bedford, 10 quid to go and see a band, and whatever I decide to spend on consuming while I'm there. Well, here we are outside Esquires. I'm going to go in a minute, have a look around, see what's what in there. It's quite quiet at the moment, still quite early. And according to the sign outside at least, it's going to be the Heads with Luna, Rosa and Blood Vision. So that's changed from when I last looked at the venue information, the lineup information. But anyway, all the same, that's great. That's potentially 3 bands tonight then. So I'll go on in and let's see how we get on. Esquires in Bedford, right in the middle of town. You can't miss it. Well, here we are in the gents' loo. You kind of got to do that with YouTube because there's music playing out there, YouTube picks it up, and then you start getting into bother with copyright stuff. So there's going to be no recordings of the bands playing, all the music that's the background music that's currently playing. There's a load of people all starting to turn up now, so it's looking like it's good.
Alright. Thank you so fucking much. That means the absolute world.
Right, there we go. That's the Falseheads. Fantastic, lively performance, as I'd expect from them, and as I've always seen. I've seen them about 3 times now, I think it is. Always good. And it was great tonight. There was a few new songs thrown in the mix for their forthcoming album due out in September, I believe. So looking forward to hearing that. I've got no idea what happened to the band called the Toffees that I thought were playing tonight. There were two others. They were good fun too, so all good fun. More to do tomorrow night, so I'll catch you again. Thanks for watching, bye. So, does £10 represent good value for money to go and see a band? Plus your drinks, plus any car parking, plus your expenses to get to wherever it is you're going to, wherever the venue is. I think so. That was a damn good night. 3 good bands, all good fun, and it doesn't cost the earth. So go and support your local bands, go and support your local venues. Have a great night out. Cheers.